Welcome to the Las Positas Fitness Center. My name is Tony Costello, and today we're going to take you through a little bit of an orientation, how to use a fitness center, the main things that we want to emphasize. Hopefully by now you have read the syllabus that is on Blackboard. A couple of the things that we want to emphasize from the syllabus. Number one, make sure obviously that you're dressed appropriately for a workout. That means sweats or shorts, t-shirt. We prefer that you have sleeves on the t-shirt so there's less skin contact on the padding of the machines for sanitary reasons, obviously. And the second thing is make sure you bring a towel. You will not be allowed to work out unless you have a towel. We want you to sweat, we want you to perspire. We just don't want other people sitting in your sweat after you use the machine. So we want you use the towel for wiping off the machines after use. Okay? The first thing that you want to do when you come into the fitness center, obviously, is log in to the computer. All right, the computer logs in your hours, keeps track of your hours, and you have to have so many hours at the end of the semester in order to gain credit. All right, this is a letter grade, 1 unit letter grade class. Some of you are maybe in the half unit class, but we have changed over to a letter grade. There will be some assignments that you will need to do in order to get your letter grade. Okay, so it's unless you have signed up for a pass, no pass, you will receive a letter grade. Okay, so the computer is here. You come in, you log into the computer. Okay, just takes your W number, log in. Make sure that after your workout you log out. Okay, you will not receive credit for the workout unless you log out after it's done. Okay, you get a maximum of 2 hours per visit. Okay, 2 hours per visit. If you want to come back later on, if you want to come back in the morning or in the evening after a morning workout, you're more than welcome to do that. But anytime you log in, you have 2 hours in which to complete your workout maximum. Okay. Cell phones. Please keep your cell phones outside. If you need to take a phone call, take it outside. Okay. If you want to use the track, make sure you tell the instructor that that you will be outside on the track. You may not go downstairs. You may not go outside. We need to have vision on where you are, and so we require that you stay in the upper level of the fitness center. Okay. Let's see. Music. You can bring your own music. We do have music here. You're stuck with what we play. Okay, we don't take requests. So make sure you bring your own music if you don't like what we play here. Okay, iPods, you know, whatever you want. That's perfectly fine. Okay, once you log in, okay, after you will warm up after you log in. Okay, maybe a 5–10 minute warm up. You can use the Stairmaster. We have elliptical machines. We have treadmills. You can go out on the track, run around the track for 4 or 5 minutes, get a warm up. After you warm up, get a little stretching in, and then the one thing that we require in this class as far as a workout is that you do the circuit, and I will come back to that a little bit later. But anytime you log in, and I want to make this clear, that every time you log in to the fitness center, you must complete one circuit. And the circuit takes 16 minutes. After that, you can do your own workout. Okay? All right, so what I'm going to do right now is take you through each machine, show you how to use the machines properly so that you don't hurt yourself, and then we'll come back to how to do the circuit. Okay? One thing I forgot to mention, each of you is enrolled in either a kinesiology fitness center or fitness development class. You each have an instructor of record. There are more than one, obviously there's more than one instructor in the fitness center. If you have any questions about your hours or your grade or your attendance, anything like that, contact your instructor of record. Check your schedule, look at the name on the schedule, and then contact that instructor. Each instructor has an email address and a phone number that is listed on the syllabus, and they will get back to you as soon as they can if you have a question about your grade or attendance. Okay? So let's start with the machines. The machines are very simple. They're very user-friendly. This is the shoulder press machine. to adjust the machine, okay? Anytime you need to adjust the machine, you adjust it by the seat. So for example, you were going to just raise the knob here and move the seat up and down, okay, according to your adjustment. Very simple, okay? For the shoulder press machine, you want the handles of the machine at the shoulder or above. You do not want them below the shoulder, okay? You sit on the machine, you measure, make sure they're above the shoulder. If you need to make an adjustment on the seat on the machine, do so, okay? You can either use an inside grip or an outside grip, okay, depending on what type of exercise you want to do, okay? You raise, you go up strong. Anytime on the machine, you go up strong and down slow in a 1001, 1002 count. Up strong, smooth, okay? Now you'll notice the weights never touch. Okay, on any of these machines, you do not want to touch the weights. Keep your back and your neck and your head against the pad and go as smooth as you can. Go up strong and then down slowly. Okay, it's not a race. You don't want to go up and down as fast as you can. Absolutely never, ever lock the joints. Okay, we see people do this a lot. They'll go up strong and they will lock the joints, which puts a lot of pressure on the joints, and you're going to start having pains in your joints. Okay, so always keep your joints soft, smooth. Okay, nice and smooth and down. Okay, now on any of these machines, if you can do 12 repetitions, you need to add weight. Okay, anytime you do 12 reps, your body's telling you that they're finished with that weight. You need to progress, so you need to add weight. Okay, in order to burn fat, you need to build muscle. Okay, now women have a problem when I say that because they think they're going to get all bulky and look like their boyfriends or their husbands or whatever. Okay, that's not the case. Okay, anytime you want to add weight, you always go in 5-pound increments. On the machines, the 5-pound increments are here. So if you want to add 5, pull up, move the 5-pound increment down. Okay. If you want to add another 5 pounds, you go there. And then the plates are 10 pounds a piece. Okay, so you can bring those up. Okay, and just move. If you want to go with 10 pounds, like from 20 to 30, you just go to the next plate. Okay, but it's important that you keep progressing. All right, remember that rule of thumb, if you can do 12 repetitions, add 5 pounds. Now you may not be able to do 12 right away with the new weight, but you work your way up to that, and that's how you build muscle. Okay, your body has to have muscle in order to burn fat and keep it off. Okay, a pound of fat basically burns 3 calories a day if you were just to sit down and not do anything. Okay, a pound of muscle burns 30 calories a day. So your metabolism rises, your body works better when you have more muscle and you're burning more calories. Okay, so build muscle. All right, obviously cardio burns fat, but it's temporary. If you stop doing the cardio, you start gaining that fat back, whereas muscle will continue to burn that fat long after the workout. Okay? This is the lat pull machine. Okay, now one of the things I didn't mention earlier is that each of these machines has a placard that tells you how to use the machine. It tells you what muscle groups are targeted for that machine. Okay, so if you have any questions, obviously ask the instructor. If you have any questions at all, we want you doing it correctly. We don't want you to hurt yourselves. The instructors are here to help you and help you do it correctly. Okay, this is a lat pull machine. Works the latissimus in the back. Okay, you want a little bit of a wide grip right around the bend of the bar. Okay, you can adjust the knee pad to suit your height. All right, that will keep you on the ground so you don't get pulled up. Okay, so again, you're bringing it down. You want to lean back just a little bit and bring with your elbows out and bring the bar down below your chin to your chest. So you're bringing it down here nice and soft and then coming up very slowly. Okay, bring it down and then up very slowly. Okay, so you want to try and do is about 12 reps if you can. All right, lean back just a little bit. If you want to add 5 pounds, this is the 5-pound increment, and that's usually hung up right here. Okay, so if you want to add weight, if you can do 12 reps, add your 5 pounds here. Okay, this is a lat pull machine. Now, this is the back extension. Okay, this is where people have a little bit of a problem. Sometimes we neglect the lower back. We work the abs so much that we neglect the lower back, and that's where people have back problems, is because they overdevelop the ab muscles, which puts a strain on the lower back. Okay? Step up onto the pad. You want your pads onto the platform. Your pads is against your calves in the back. Step up. Use these as balance and stabilization. Okay? You're going to lean over, keep your hands over your chest, okay, and go down as far as you can, and then come up. Make sure you come up only at the angle of the pad. Do not arch your back, okay? We don't want you hyperextending your back and hurting yourself. So you go down as far as you can, and then come up just even at the same angle as the pad, okay? Go down as far as you can. You're not going to fall, don't worry. And then come up. Very simple. Okay? After you get used to that, if you can do 12 or 15 reps, then you can get a weight and add some resistance to your exercise. Okay? That is the back extension. Okay, on the back extension, you want to make sure that your hips are above the pad. Okay? In order to adjust the pad, adjust the setting, you come around, lift up, and you can go up or down depending on which setting you want. Okay? Takes to get used to a little bit, but if you're smaller, you want it to go down. If you're larger, you want to come up with it. Okay, next one we're going to show you is the leg extension. Okay? This is a machine that will work your quadriceps. Okay? And it's very important that you set it up properly. Climb into the seat. Feet to the outside, bring your feet underneath the pad here. You can adjust 3 different adjustments on this machine now. Okay, you want the pad here to be right about the ankles, right above your foot on the ankles. You can adjust the pad setting through this adjustment here. You can go up and down, and depending on where you want it. Okay, mine is the second setting here. The second setting is the range of motion. And that's over here. You can put the pad back and start back here, or you can start out front a little more. Okay, and so you use the second adjustment setting here. The third, and probably the most important, is the knees. Okay, you want to make sure that you adjust the seat and slide back in the seat so that the back of your knees are touching and are secure with the pad. You don't want your knees hanging out here by themselves without any stability, because you'll hurt your knees that way. Okay, so move the seat back. So your back is against the pad. Again, you're probably not too far back. You don't want to set it, but you want to set it to where get your knees against the pad in front, and then make sure that your back is against and stable against the pad in the back. Okay? So you're coming out strong and then down very slowly. Okay? Again, do not let the weights touch. Out and then down slowly. Okay? And again, you want to do 12 to 15 repetitions on these. If you can do that, add weight. Okay? So this is the leg extension machine. Okay, the next machine we're going to take you through is the leg curl machine. And this one targets the hamstrings and the glutes. Okay, the gluteus maximus. Okay, the first thing you want to do is make sure that the pad here is right about the back of your ankles, near your Achilles, right above your ankles, near your calf. Okay, you adjust the pad accordingly. Find out what's comfortable for you and know your setting. Mine is usually about a 3, so I'll adjust it to number 3 here. I'll tighten it. Okay. You lay down, face forward on your stomach, okay, and you grab hold of the handles underneath, and you're going to bring your heels all the way up to your butt as far as you can, okay. So you're going to come up and then down slowly. Okay? Notice that the pad is against my back of my ankles. I'm coming up hard. I'm going down slowly. I'm not letting the weights touch. Okay? Go up as far as you can. Okay? And that's really the only adjustment you have to make on this machine is the pad on the back of the ankles. Again, if you want to add weight in 5-pound increments, okay, this is how you do it on this machine here, and it's usually found hanging to the side there. Okay? This is the leg curl machine. Okay, the next machine we're going to show you is the pectoral fly rear deltoid machine. Okay, and this is a machine where you can do, it's your choice. You can do 2 different things on this machine. You can work your chest, okay, your pecs, or you can work your back or your deltoid muscles. Okay, first thing we're going to do is take you through the pectoral fly motion. Again, you want to adjust the seat accordingly, okay, and you want to adjust the setting of the handles. All right, now I usually suggest the 3rd setting, the 3rd hole here for the pec machine. Okay, you can adjust it accordingly. All right, if you want more range of motion, you can move it back further. Okay, when you sit down, see where the handles are. You want the handles straight out. Okay, you don't want them down here below the shoulder. You don't want them above the shoulder. You want them straight out so there's less stress on the shoulder joint. Okay, you want to bend your elbows just a little bit. Keep your back against the pad, back straight, head up, and bring them close to you. Okay, you see how my elbows are a little bit bent, and I'm coming strong on the eccentric motion, and I'm going very slow on the eccentric or negative motion. Okay, bring it out and then slowly in. Keep your elbows just a little bit soft. Okay, you don't want them straight out. Okay, keep your back straight. Again, the weights do not touch. You don't hear the weights banging behind me. Okay? If you have time, or if you're going through the circuit and you want to work your rear deltoids, again, you adjust the setting. You're going to go all the way back now. Okay? All the way back to the rear setting, or the last setting. Your seat adjustment is the same. You're going to sit now facing the pad. Keep your stomach against the pad. You're going to use the inside grip on the handles. Your head is straight up. Your head is up. Your back is straight. Okay, your feet are firmly on the ground, and you're going to come out just like this. Again, the weights do not touch. Okay, keeping your head up. Your back straight. Okay? So it's your choice whether you want to work your chest or your back when you're using this machine. Again, if you want to adjust the weight, the 5-pound increments are in the back here as well. Okay, this is the chest press machine. Again, very popular machine. People like to get the big chests and all that stuff. Sit down on a machine and measure yourself. Okay? You want the handles to be mid-chest. You don't want them up here. You don't want them down here. Okay? So my handles right now are a little bit too high. So I'm going to adjust the seat. I'm going to pull up on the knob here, lift the seat up a little bit, sit down, and now I have a proper measurement, okay, here. You can adjust the range of motion for the machine pulling out if you want to move it back, or if you want to move it forward. There's an adjustment here where you can adjust the range of motion. Okay? So your elbows are out. Very, very important that you keep your back against the pad. Okay? We don't want people lunging out when they're doing this because you'll hurt your back. Keep your back against the pad. Push out in a very smooth motion. Keep your head back against the pad, and then back slowly. Out, and then back slowly. Again, the weights never touch. And I do not lock my elbows. We don't want to see people doing this. Okay, so keep your elbows soft and be nice and smooth with your motion. Okay? Very simple. Again, if you want to add weight, You have your 5-pound increments here. Okay, and again, we have the placards here that will tell you the proper way, and it will actually tell you which muscles are targeted in this particular exercise. Okay, this is the seated leg press machine. This is a very good machine because it targets, again, more than one muscle group. You're targeting your quadriceps, you're targeting your hamstrings, and you're targeting your gluteus maximus. Okay, now this is a machine that a lot of people have problems with, so I'm going to pay close attention. To get into the machine, lift up on the lower handle, pull back, let the handle go, and then it'll lock you into position here. Okay? Step into the machine. Okay? And now you want to put your feet up on the platform. Okay? The proper way to adjust it is to make sure that your lower leg is parallel with the floor. Okay? You don't want them way down here, and you don't want them too far up here because it'll put pressure on your knees. So you want your lower leg parallel with the floor. You want almost a 90-degree angle between your hamstrings and your calves. Okay? You want your feet shoulder width, and you want your toes pointing to the outside, just a little bit towards the outside. That will keep your knees in line with your shoulders. You want your 3 joints lined up. You want your ankles, knee, shoulders lined up, so that keeps pressure off all the joints. Okay? Once you adjust your seating position, pull up on the lower handle and go down as far as you can. Let go, and that will lock you into your starting position. You want your knees as close to your body as you can because you want a good range of motion. You don't want to just go back and forth a little bit because you're only using part of the muscle. The closer you can get your knees to your chest, the more muscle you're using. Okay? So again, you push out, keep your knees soft. You don't want to have locked joints here. Just keep your knees soft. Go down as far as you can without the weights touching. Keeping your back against the pad. Push up. Again, your lower leg is parallel with the floor. And you go nice and smooth. All right? Now, when you're finished your set, try not to get out of the machine like this. It's very difficult to do. Push up on the handle, the lower handle again. Push out. Let go of the handle. It locks you into position, and you can get out of the machine a lot easier than if you were all crunched up. Okay? So make sure that you understand how to use the lower handle in order to lock your position in. Okay? And again, your 5-pound increments are here. Do not lock the joints. This is the abduction-adduction machine. Basically, you're working your outer thighs, inner thighs on one machine. Okay? First thing you do is step into the machine. Again, keeping your back against the pad. Put your feet inside the settings here. Okay? You have the pad right now on the outside of the knees. Okay? Adjust your weight. Now, you're going to start by pulling up on the red knob here, bringing your knees together, putting the red knob down, and that will lock you into place. That is your starting position. Holding on to the handles at the side, you're going to open your knees as wide as you can. Okay? As wide as you can, and you're bringing it down. Again, careful not to let the weights touch. You want to keep tension and resistance on the muscles. Again, out as wide as you can, and in. Okay, you want to do 12 to 15 reps. If you can do 12 to 15 reps, you need to add weight. Okay? Once you do a set of your outside thighs, you're going to adjust the pad. You put your leg up, bring the pads to the inside on both legs. Okay? The pads are now on the inside. You're going to lift up on the red knob and open your knees as wide as you can. That will lock you into place, and now that is your starting position. Now you're going to bring your knees together. Again, the weights do not touch, and you're working the inner thighs. Okay? All right? Again, don't let the weights touch now. To get out of the machine, you don't want to try and get out in this position. All right? Pull up on the knob, bring your knees together, let it lock, and you just step out easily there. Okay? Make sure that you don't try and get out with your knees apart. That is kind of awkward and you could hurt yourself. Okay, this is the calf raise machine. Again, obviously it targets the calves. You can put as much weight as you want on. You put the weights on here. You have to use the plates. Very easy. You can put the plates on. If you want to do a lot more, you can. You step into the machine or to the seat setting. Okay, put your toes up on the platform here. Okay, you can adjust the pad for the knees so that your knees don't raise up. Okay, here you have a setting that you can go up, either up or down. Okay, you hold on to the handles. You lift up like you're standing on your toes. Okay, turn the knob here, and you can go down as far as you can. Again, go up strong and down slow. Up strong, down slow. Okay, when you're finished at the end of your set, you go up, put the setting underneath, and then you can step off. Now, what I suggest people do is vary their foot placement. So, for example, if you want the toes maybe pointing towards the outside, you can do that, and that will target the inner calf with your toes pointing to the outside. If your toes are inside, if your toes are pointing to the inside, that really targets the outer calf. Okay? So you can adjust your foot, the placement of your foot, to target different parts of the calf. Okay? Very simple. You turn the knob inside, you have the setting, and then you step out. This is the dip chin pull-up machine. This is a very good machine to get to know, to get comfortable with, because it is what we call a multi-joint machine, which means it works more than one muscle group at the same time. Okay? The difference between this machine and the rest of the machines is important. The more weight that you add, the easier it is for you. Okay? The more lift you get. So the more weight you put on, the more help you're getting from the machine. The less weight you have, the more work you're doing. Okay? So you want to kind of play with it a little bit and see what weight is good for you. Okay? And adjust it accordingly. All right? For the dips, okay, you step up on the platform here. You want your knee on the pad in the middle. Okay, you can either go an outer grip or an inner grip. All right, and you put both knees on the pad. For a dip, you're going to go down, keep your head up, never let your shoulders go below the elbows. So you're going to come down to where the shoulders are even with the elbows and pull up. Okay, nice and smooth. Okay, keeping your head up, your back straight. You're using your triceps, your shoulders, your chest. Okay, so it's an assisted dip machine. Okay? If you want to go into some pull-ups, you can do that. There are different grips that you can use depending on what muscle groups you want to target. Okay, if you want a wider grip, you can do that. Come up with your head up above the machine and down slowly. Don't ever hang. We don't want to see people doing this. Keep your elbows soft. Be nice and smooth. Okay, if you want an inner grip or you want to grip with the palms in to work on your biceps, you can do that as well. Okay, there are a lot of different grips that you can use on this machine. Very good machine to get to know. Now, the trick is getting off. Okay, make sure when you're finished your set and you want to get off the machine, you put one foot on the platform and slowly raise the opposite knee up and then step off. Okay, you can see if you took your knee off too quick, it could shoot you through the roof, or you could hit you in a place where you'd probably be talking funny for a little while. Okay, so make sure that you get off this machine properly. Okay, again, you're on the machine. I can't emphasize this enough. Step up, step off. Okay? Very good machine to get to know. If you don't want any weight at all, any assistance at all, you can adjust it. Bring this pad down, just pull out, bring the pad down, and now you can just do it however you want. Okay? Without any resistance at all, without any help. Okay? And just put the pad back up when you're finished. Wipe off the machine, and you're done. Okay, the machines I've showed you so far are all very good to know, especially if you're beginning a weight program, you haven't lifted in a while, or you're just getting back into it. But what we would really like you to do after you get comfortable with the machines is to vary your workout, and by that we mean do something different. Okay, your body gets used to a certain workout every time. The biggest complaint I hear from people about mid-semester or 4 or 5 weeks into the semester, they see a lot of results, and then about 2 or 3 weeks later, they'll come back and say, well, I'm not seeing the same results I saw earlier. I'm not progressing. I've hit a plateau. And I ask them, what are you doing? And they keep saying, I'm doing the same thing I've always done. And I tell them that's the problem. Okay, your body needs variety. So what we suggest that you do once you get comfortable with the machines, talk to one of the instructors and come over into the free weight area here and start to do something different, the free weights. The free weights are much better for you because you'll get results a lot quicker, because you do not have the assistance from the machines as far as the stabilizer muscles. Okay? When you're doing free weights with dumbbells, each part of your body, the dominant side and the non-dominant side, have to work in conjunction with themselves. Okay, so they have to both do the same amount of work, and so the dominant side on the machines can do more of the work, whereas when you're using dumbbells or barbells, your non-dominant side has to keep up, and you get results a lot quicker. Plus, you have to use your stabilizer muscles, your balance muscles. Okay, so we strongly suggest that you get over into the free weight area. Push yourself out of your comfort zone. We get comfortable with certain workouts because we're used to it. Do something different. Okay, the dumbbells are here. You can do chest presses. Anything you do with the machines, you can do with dumbbells. Okay, with these, you can adjust the seats settings up and down. Okay, you have your dumbbells here, barbells over here. I'm not going to go through every one of them with you. Talk to an instructor and they will teach you how to use these properly. Okay, but don't be afraid of getting in here. The one thing we ask is that anytime you're doing the barbells, any chest presses here, that you have what we call a spotter, somebody to help you. For example, if you're on the incline and you're lifting, make sure there's somebody here that's helping you, that's spotting you, that's making sure that it's done right and can help you if you get into a little bit of trouble with the weights. Okay? It's a safety thing. So make sure anytime that you're on any of these machines that you have somebody spotting you. This one is our low row machine, okay, and it targets most of the muscles in the back area, okay? Step on the machine. Again, you adjust the weight settings, okay? If you want to add 5 pounds, these are the 5-pound increments here. Sit on the machine, on the pad. You want to put your feet up on the platform here. Grab the handle. You're going to probably lean in a little bit, bring the weights up, and as soon as you are perpendicular, finish with your elbows behind your back. Okay, so you're going to lean in a little bit, pull back. Once you get straight up, finish with your elbows behind your back. We do not want to see people back here like this. You'll hurt your back that way. So down smooth. Keep your back straight. Okay? And again, everything is nice and smooth. Okay? When you're finished, bring them down. Don't let the weights touch. Okay? Very simple, but a nice exercise to get to know. All right? This is the bicep our tricep extension. Okay, very good for the biceps here, and sometimes we have the little flabbiness at this part of our body. You want to grab hold of the handles, have one foot in front of the other, have your back straight, have your head up, bring the handles down to about your waist, push down and out. Now notice that my elbows do not leave my side. From my elbow to my shoulder is perfectly still. We'll see people do this. They'll bring their elbows up and push down, and all they're doing is using their shoulders. Keep your back straight. Keep the elbows against your side at your hips and push down. Okay? That targets, it isolates the tricep, and you'll get a lot better results that way. The results will be a lot better, all right, when your elbow to your shoulder is perfectly still. Okay, we're going to take you now through the circuit. We showed you how to use the machines, and now we're going to show you the circuit, which, again, I can't emphasize this enough. Anytime you log in, you must do a circuit, okay? No questions asked, get through it. It's a great warm-up if you're into heavy lifting or things like that. It's a great warm-up. It targets all the major muscle groups, so we know that anytime you come in, you've at least exercised and targeted the major muscle groups. After you do the circuit, you're free to do your own workout, all right? But we do mandate that you do a circuit anytime you log in. All right. Now, a lot of people will come in and say, well, Coach, I lifted heavy yesterday. I don't want to lift those same muscle groups today. Lift light. Do the circuit, but go very light. It takes the lactic acid out of the muscles, and it will improve your next workout. You'll get more out of the next workout if you loosen up the muscles the day after. Okay. But you must do the circuit anytime you log in. Okay. Now, how do you do the circuit? All right. The first thing you're going to do is the circuit is a 16-station circuit. It goes around the room here. You have 8 bikes, 8 machines. Okay. Okay. First thing you're going to do, we're going to show you, is how to adjust the bike. Okay. Now, we don't want if you're tall, we don't want the seat down. We don't want you to look like you're on a tricycle. Rule of thumb is adjust the seat so that it is a little bit above your waist. Okay, so you get on the bike, you want a good range of motion, you want your back straight, you don't want your knees locked, you want your knees a little bit soft, okay, but you don't want the seat too low, okay, so this is a good range of motion here, all right, so that's how you adjust the bikes, all right, so you're going to go by a timer. You'll hear the timer in the background, okay. When you hear 2 beeps, that means you're finished your exercise and you get up off the bike or the machine, you wipe it off with your towel, and you come to the machine and you adjust it. You have 20 seconds to adjust it. Get down, you hear the 1 beep, and you start exercising. Nice and smooth for 40 seconds. Okay? So you just go nice and smooth. You don't have to go max out. Okay? And now you'll listen for the 2 beeps, which should be coming up pretty soon, I hope. Okay? Again, you don't let the weights touch, and you're nice and smooth on your motion. Okay? So you hear the 2 beeps. 1, 2, you get up, wipe off the machine, and you go to station number 3, which is a bike. You adjust the seat setting, okay, and step onto the bike. And you can start your exercising before you hear the beeps. Okay, so you hear 1 beep, and you start exercising for 40 seconds. Okay, so you will do that each station. There are 16 stations, okay? Bike, machine, bike, machine, bike, machine, all the way around. 16 stations, okay? It takes 16 minutes to get through the circuit. Your last station will be the back extension here, okay? So So again, listen to the beeps, all right? On one beep, you exercise. 2 beeps, you have 20 seconds to go from one station to the next, okay? So you heard the 2 beeps. You would be going from station number 3 to station number 4, and they are numbered. Each station has a number, okay? You always start on number 1. The bike is number 1, shoulder press number 2, bike number 3, leg curl number 4, so on and so forth, okay? So again, log in, warm up, stretch out, circuit, and then you're on your own, okay? One thing we have to emphasize too, what you eat, whatever your goals are, we can help you with those goals. Okay, if you want to talk to any of the instructor who's on duty at the time, they can help you. If it's a weight loss, if it's cardio, if you want to gain muscle, whatever, they can help put you on a program that will help you achieve your goals. All you have to do is ask. Okay, and again, nutrition is a big part of it. Nutrition is a big part of it. It doesn't do you any good to come up here, work out for an hour and a half, and then go down to Wendy's and have the double cheeseburger, fries, and a chocolate shake. Okay, so watch what you eat as well as what you're doing. We'd like you to be in here at least 3 times a week. You want to average about 3 hours a week, maybe a little more. You have to be in here probably 3 times a week if you want to get results. 2 times you kind of maintain, 3 times you're going to get results. Okay, the hours are posted on the syllabus. We're here Monday through Thursday from 8 in the morning till 12:15 in the afternoon, and then again from 5 o'clock in the evening to 7:30 in the evening, and that's Monday through Thursday. Fridays we are open in the mornings from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Okay, 2 hours on Friday. Okay, so there's plenty of opportunity to get in here and get your hours. Again, I want to emphasize it's a letter grade this year. There'll be certain assignments. Make sure that you have access to Blackboard and that you keep up on the assignments. There'll be different assignments. There'll be a quiz on this orientation, number 1. There'll be something that tells us that you've read the syllabus and agreed to the terms in the syllabus. There'll be different assignments as far as the weight room etiquette, terminology, things like that in the weight room. Okay, so you know, keep up on the assignments in Blackboard and there shouldn't be a problem. Again, we hope you find the fitness center helpful. I think it's a great opportunity at a very inexpensive price to stay in good physical condition and get in good physical condition. Okay, thanks for your time. My name's Tony Costello and I look forward to seeing you up here.